Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, and today's topic will be character design iteration stage. But before we begin, welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new to the channel. I sketch and post every day, and I use a timer to stay focused and to build a habit. I'll start a 10-minute timer, so I'll link to yesterday's video. Before we begin, I will put a before picture. It'll be from yesterday's video. It took me about an hour to go from what I had yesterday to here, and I would say that 30 minutes of that hour is really for like the design part of it, like the thought process, and I'll work on this part to kind of show you sort of kind of how I did it, and then the other 30 minutes is just kind of the drawing part of it. So yeah, I'll just focus on this part. So this is a character that is in my book series that I'm working on. I'll put one picture that I like and I'll put it in the corner. It might be kind of small. I'm calling this the iteration process or stage because it's kind of hard to explain, honestly. Part of it is you have to do a lot of studies. And here, part of it is looking at reference, but then also stylizing it, working on having like a consistent kind of style. So there's a lot that goes into it. That's why character design is its own thing and it's a specialized kind of thing, but I'll just kind of share how I'm going about it. And there's a lot of different ways. I'm just using like a medium, this kind of line, and then like a thinner line. And yeah, I'll focus on this. I'll put up like a sketch that I did. It looks like back sometime last year. It looks like in June or something like that. That's the thing, there's a lot of different like sketches. I can't really force characters to come to life. It's just when you sketch them, there's certain things that sort of bring them to life, and it's kind of hard to explain. I want kind of the look of that previous sketch, but then these are like design elements, and so just to kind of combine them in some way. So have like her face, but like this costume, if you will. So that's what I'll be looking at. Like I have it in a sketchbook. This is just from yesterday, like really quick. Basically, it's the composition, the layout. I'm going to do this in a way that is like a layout, and I'm going to use like the fine line for this so that I can clean it up. So one thing is like certain shapes right here. The argument could be, well, why don't you just trace over the other one? Like you can actually, if you really want to do that. Like you don't have to. So I'm just gonna sort of get warmed up. And one thing is like to not tighten up. Like that's one thing. But when you are kind of copying, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm studying it, but I mean, it's like my own sketch. There's a tendency to want to like tighten up. I'm just going to do like the layout right here, which is kind of what I did yesterday, but like with a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to be kind of loose. Because I'm looking at something, there's a tendency to want to tighten up, like make it look too much like it. So I'm being kind of open about it. To me, like that's kind of like the basic look. But then let's make it look a little bit more with this outfit, this design. So one thing is like the hair is different. Again, just being kind of loose about it. And it doesn't even have to be exactly like that either. I'm not trying to necessarily do that. Again, it depends on your purpose. I mean, I'm doing this like it's just a style thing. Like you have to simplify it enough, but it just depends on the style of it, and it's an art. I mean, it's not a. Now you can make it more exact, and that's not what I'm going for. because I would probably simplify it or even more if I were going to make it like that exact. So yeah, it's just like a mixture of this, but like with that other picture. And you have to just draw it a lot. Like that's the thing too. You have to just draw the character a lot. So let's just do this kind of thing. Also, it's like the shapes that are important, not so much the rendering, although you can have rendering. It's not really an illustration, it's really the shapes, or like shape language as they call it, and like how you can replicate it, like how would you redraw it. The braids are kind of like this. I mean, there's different kinds of braids. So the front view is kind of like this kind of thing. Can always go back and make it look a little bit more exact. Part of it is also like the design, and like certain things will come out, like motifs that again, it's kind of hard to like describe, but like it's just but that's why it's design. I mean, that's why it's character design. And then you can start to be a little bit more like specific this way, because it also depends on how you want to render it. Like if you want to go more like outliney, that's its own kind of thing. And it's really like these little details that sort of make the character. That to me is like the layout. It took about kind of 10 minutes, but that's because I have like something to look at, and this is actually the, so you'll notice, so this was like last year, and these are just some sketches that I did. But that's kind of what I mean. Like if you're looking at something and you just kind of doodle something, but it doesn't really mean that it's a character. Once you start designing it, you have to just draw the character for a while and like work on like the purpose behind it. Because I mean, if it's character design, then there's probably a story and stuff. So I have like a story in mind. But yeah, that'll be it for today. I want to thank you for joining me for our daily sketching routine. And if you enjoy these videos, please support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on sketching.